Alright guys, what is up? It is Gnomes. I'm here in a game between FlyingFinn and Hermaios. We have Hermaios here on the right hand side. He is the one playing full faction FW. And then we have FlyingFinn on the left hand side playing full faction FS. It does look it's like Liches. Yeah, Liches versus meta. So maybe adaptive. You sometimes see, back in the day there was an adaptive with the Frick Savant, but I believe it doesn't exist anymore. A lot of the adaptive champions, for example, the Boghopper, Tidemaster, was taken away, and now they have maybe two adaptive champions. They have the Doombringer, and then they have the Savant, right? So kind of sad that adaptive was taken out as a theme. I think it will come back maybe in a year or two if we ever think of, let's say, let's add adaptive back as an idea, but let's make it so the max HP is not 4 but instead 3 or 2, right? That was always the thing when we talked about adaptive battle groups. What was so oppressive is that they're playing spells to remove you, or to just like gain Nora, for example, when you have the Marsh Song, right? So they would have spells for late game or for defense, but they'd also be getting more defense on top of it. And I think the worst adaptive, or not the worst, but I mean the scariest adaptive and the strongest, was always ST in my opinion, for exactly that reason. Their champions would ramp up in damage very quickly through the damage gain of adaptive, but they also had already very high base HP pools, right, because of the ST bonus. But then they'd also be getting fucking adaptive procs, right? And I remember, like, very regularly, you would see maybe 2 spells played, and all of the ST adaptive champions would be at 80 HP, and you'd be like, what the hell just happened, right? You'd be like, wait, 80 HP, so they'd have, let's see, plus 10 from the banner, or sorry, plus 10 from the bonus, 5 from the banner, plus 8 from the adaptive procs, and they'd be at, like, plus 20-something HP, right? And then, obviously, there's other, ways to get HP throughout the game, It was always very scary. I hated playing against ST. FS was also oppressive just because they had, first of all, it was their ranged champions with adaptive. I think that's where it's always a bit scary or unfair, is when it's the ranged champion with adaptive. If it's a melee champion with adaptive, it's not nearly as bad, right? Because you can play around him, you can one-shot him, you can do a lot of different things. But when it's ranged, they can just stay so far away. Oh my god, what's happening? So yeah, there you see the Marsh Song going, and that's what I was talking about, where it's like, you just have double Marsh Song, and then you just chill back, and these guys are at 12 damage with Warbanner 13, 50 HP, so it gets pretty crazy. Now, Marsh Song, luckily, is actually 30 Nora, so they don't gain the adaptive HP maximum, but, it can still be scary. And there are some spells that are exactly perfect for adaptive. I think a good version of adaptive, or not a good version, but like a fair version, is like the FW version, right? Or the SL, where it generally won't work, but if it does, you feel good. And I think that's how adaptive should be, where it won't really work. You kind of have to play just like a meta battle group with some adaptive champions in it. But if you play full adaptive and it just always works, where you're always just getting giant champions and having a hard time killing them, then it's just not fair. It's not fun to play against. Now, let's see. We have 3 fonts right now for FlyingFinn and 2 for Hermaios, as well as having 2 more Marsh Songs going for FlyingFinn. So he has insane Nora right now, right? He's at 1, 2, 3. 3 fonts means you're at 81 Nora per turn, because it's 12. So it's 36 plus 45, right? So it's 81 Nora plus 20. Right, so he's at 101 Nora a turn right now. FlyingFinn's at 101 Nora a turn at the moment. So he's probably like, deploying, if not double deploying. Also, another idea, the reason that you play Ally KF in FS, by the way, it's a bit of a weird idea. Like, why play Ally KF if you only have full faction FS? But it's because of the Tortons, right? So the Tortons actually are half KF, so they count toward the ally. So while there are other friendly, there you go, it just happened. So this is a KF champion, right? And these champions both just got the 7 HP and 2 damage, right? So look how quickly this happened, by the way, right? 15 damage, 56 HP, 7 speed, 4, 5 range. Like and he teleports, right? So he runs away. He's quick. He kills things. Even though I thought he was 6 range, but I guess no, he was always 5 range. I'm messing. But exactly. So with one Torton out, then you have plus 7 HP. The Warbender's not even out yet, which is that would put him at 61, right? And then he's already a tank. Now Hermaios saying, you know what? You have 3 fonts. I'm gonna take one away from you. Put this Yobanchi here. Now Yobanchi actually kind of counters sorry, not Yobanchi. Gekko counters Yobanchi, right? Because he has regen. Yeah, okay, that makes it easier then. All right, he has regen from the Dark Apprentice actually, from Lich Apprentice here, and from what is it called? Doesn't he give the Nora as well? Or sorry, the regen? What gives regen? I completely thought it was him that gave that. With some ability of his. I don't know. Whatever. But they all have regen right now. From him. There it is. So you have Worship Lich. There you go. Worship Lich. Council Spells. And then Favor and Summon Skeleton. So you have Lich Apprentice. Exactly. So you can go, if you play one of these, you can go Lich Apprentice and Worship Lich, and then you can both give max HP as well as give regen. So these are kind of like relics, right? Yeah, and now he's going to get rid of the Oblivion Shield with one of these attacks, and then attack with the Gekko. And there you go. Look at this damage. Now, like I said, regen, it's kind of weird, because generally, dots should kind of counter Yobanchi, because you're still dealing damage to him in a way, right? But he has regen, and regen counters dots, right? So it's a bit of a weird idea of what's going on here. Ooh, here comes the Premonition from the Sacred Temple. So Premonition means that these rituals will not work on the summon because of the impenetrable. Yeah, it's just kind of a complete win, right? By FlyingFinn. There's not really much that I don't think there's a misplay really. I just don't think there was any chance for Hermaios in the first place. Like, what could he have done here? He's just being outranged, out-Nora'd. There's nothing he could do. I mean, Liches are a very extremely hard battle group to play. I think I tried them once and I just said no. they're so awkward sometimes because you have like champions that are relics, right? This is Dark Apprentice is a lot like, oh, it worked. What? Did he cleanse it or something? I don't know how, but he was able to even get through that impenetrable. Huh. I have no idea why that just worked. It's weird. But it heals him for 16, right? So there's that. But yeah, these Dark Apprentices are like relics. So it's kind of like what I say about the Hanging Slag. No, not Hanging Slag. The Extractor, right? Where you're a relic that, you know, can move and gain Nora. That's all you do. And that's kind of what he does, right? He's just a relic. He stays in the back. He doesn't really move. And he attacks things. But he's really mostly like a relic, you know? He doesn't... You play him like a relic a lot of times. You just play him in the back of your font. You don't move him into the attack or into the fight. Like, he so often is just played like this. Now, the reason you actually see this Dark Apprentice as well as like this relic and stuff behind or like within these non-dead magic zone areas is because of font eruption, right? I think he assumes, or maybe he knows even, that FlyingFinn plays font eruption, so he doesn't want to be in that range. Yeah, I mean, thing is, Sirkin is an amazing range champion. He's like Grimlick level, right? I think he's a tad worse than Grimlick, at least in my opinion. But he's very good. But not if he's facing 3 champions that are all as strong as him almost, right? Like, all of these are just smacking as well. Does he run away now? Or does he attack again? I think he's running. No, he doesn't attack. Okay. So he's going to double tap. I mean, he's at 64 HP, but they're still... Look at that damage. 16 damage. Now, they'll be at 8 AP next turn, but they're out of range, right? Because Sirkin outranges them by 1. He can run away 1 space, I guess, if he wants. But and he gave 5 max for HP. So that's what's kind of cool about Liches, is if you do let them play late game, they get insane HP, right? Through this Lich Apprentice. So you can play this every 4 turns. This unit loses 10 HP. Lich-friendly champions gain an additional 5 HP. So he's right now at plus 20. And that's, I think, with banner. So he's done it 3 times. All right, so he's going to attack with... take the AP. Yeah, I mean, this 1v1s, he never wins. This is one of the very strong 1v1 champions in FS now, with the innervating touch, life siphon, mind siphon, that kind of a thing. Ooh, he wasn't in DMZ, he wasn't in Dead Magic Zone, right? So he got stunned now from Reverberating Blast. Not much you could do against that. I mean, I guess not staying out of DMZ would have worked, but... And they just teleport out, too. They don't even have to move. They can just teleport out of the grabby hands. Is he dead, even? Oh, look at that damage. 18 damage, 17 damage. Crazy damage here. Whoa, he just did 14 with his Hawk attack? Because he's hunted? Crazy. It's just like a slaughter, in my opinion. It's kind of sad. Not a good map for Liches, because Liches really don't want to have to fight on multiple fonts, I think. They want to stay together. Usually aggressive and like mid-range battle groups want to play in multiple fonts, right? We can just keep having where you're singular champions. So that's the idea. When you have singular champions that are better than the enemy, then you want to play on a lot of fonts. Ooh, 6 and then boom, I'll take 3. That was, and then another 16. Wow, spatial dysplasia doing loads of damage here with that poison as well. Alright, he's paralyzed again, but I don't think it matters. He might be able to get a summon if he gets the kill here on the Void Mage. I mean, even with a double tap though, he has 7 damage. The reason being that he has strength of body, so his base damage is extremely low. Double tap. I mean, he's not getting a swarm. He needs a swarm for this to even... He can move one attack with the apprentice. I think he's at 9. And then another 12. It's still 6. Actually? No, it's still off. I got cleansed though. This cleanse the Sirkin. I mean, if he can kill like one Savant and this Void Mage, he might be doing okay. But I don't see how he separates his AP. He actually, with immobilization, he can... No, because they're at 50 HP. Look, they look like they have 130 HP gone, but they're still at 50 HP. There's the Moby I was talking about, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Void Mage is dead. He can get a Swarm. Right? There's the Swarm he can get. But the Dark Apprentice here will be dead next turn. Now this Paralyze is nice, though. And, I mean, Sirkin can double tap to get some HP back, but he's dead next turn anyway. Maybe he attacks once and teleports away, really. No, he double taps. But does he have a Grimlick's Bane, maybe? There you go. Okay, so that's a double kill. He gets 2 kills, but he's still down 2 fonts with 2 Mursongs going. But that was a nice kills, though. Got 2 kills there, like I said. That kind of lets him maybe survive a bit longer, and if FlyingFinn misplays, then he can bring it back, right? But Dark Apprentice is dead, but he'll get the Neural Globe. This Neural Globe he won't get. Ah, he's dead. Not this turn, no. There's that Neural Globe. Is he gonna go for this kill here? Plays a buffer, so he's at 19 damage. Oh, he gets tempo. He gets tempo from the Tome of Acranus. And that gives him the AP to double tap? Yeah, it does. Why does he have +1 range? Didn't this champion the whole time have 4-5 range? I'm so confused right now. I could have sworn that the Savant had 4-5 range, not... Word of Empathy, does that give range? I have no idea. He somehow got 1 extra range, though. I mean, the Yobanshi is dead next turn, right? Inhibited, cursed, defiled. But both Norglobes, both of these Norglobes here are going to go over to Hermaios, right? So this one and this one are his. Still not fully sure, though, how he's gonna grab his way through here. I mean, it's 2 fonts versus 1. Oh, he takes the font. Okay. That was the set ablaze. So he's now pacified for 2 turns. And then the mind check will come up again, right? So he's pacified, and then once he's not pacified, he'll be mind shackled. So wow, that's actually a really cool combo. Gets both Neuroglobes, like I said. He's in this font. So now it's 1 font to 1 font. Crazy. Really good. This is like a very back and forth game now. Now, this altar, is it dead next turn? He has 3 hits, right? That'd be 24 damage. Like, if Gecko moves forward, right? If Gecko moves forward to attack the Yobanchi, well, he's at 7 AP anyway. That would allow him to then attack the War Banner. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Is he going to, with a Gecko, try to kill these summons? Or is he just going to go for the Yobanchi? Because he doesn't want the Yobanchi to get a ritual off, right? So kill it if he, but yeah, it's hard. Moves over here. He'll get a kill on the banner or on the champ. Look at that range, though. Crazy range, crazy damage. So there's this kill that I was talking about. So he has the kill. But like I said, now he's not protecting the War Banner. That War Banner's dead, though. He's dead. So he gets this font top. He'll get this Nora Globe, exactly. Now, this Nora Globe, I'm not sure if Gecko can go and take that right now, right? Because he has to protect the font a little bit. Yeah, War Banner's dead. One with Nora. I could attack once, yeah. Doing 10 damage, not bad. Oh, he killed the bottom. I didn't even see that, so I guess... I didn't even see what happened down here. Was that a... Other vampire, torturing hawker. Has the Tomahate out to heal his shrine. Gets this Nora Globe, but that doesn't give him the font. And he has this Toll Taker out now, right? Toll Taker is pretty nice for getting a bit of Nora. Or I guess causing your enemy to lose Nora, I guess more so. Was he? No, I don't know why he took 2 damage. 14, 12. Will it? Wait, Aura plus 8. Is that a kill? That's, wait, was it? Yeah. I think the Frick Mind Shredder will actually kill this Demon Lich with the Aura. I mean, he has a double tap, but I'm not sure it's gonna matter. There's another Torton that you always play in FS meta now. He's dead. He's protecting the Nora Globe. Battle him, actually. Alright, so now both this skeleton as well as the deep... Actually, no, did he just mess it up? I think he just messed himself up, by the way. Does this always go for the highest HP or the lowest? Greatest HP. Okay, yeah, so he does die. Look at that. Perfect kill. So that was the Psychic Ping plus the Psychic Aura that gets that kill. Nicely played. But, I mean, he's at... I mean, he has a buffer, you know? So he's at 39 HP plus 5 left because of evasive. There you go. GG.